No, so just now we finished our winter sprinting update. Whoever is watching this video, remember to update also. If I think most of us here. Okay, now my yeah lah. So let's do a winter review. So thankfully, winter haven't ended. Yeah, I know a lot of you are still on fire to try to firefight your winter. Yeah, but let's do a review first. So for the past few months, we have been focusing on the execution, right? And getting your FP and then see like for UNMC and here why you guys were getting the meeting for FP already. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So let's look back in terms of how we have been doing and provide way forward lah. Yeah. So a thing here. So I want everyone to, so you go to the GVA, that slide, right? So there's a hotspot thing here. So the one that normally I can, normally everyone cannot edit one, I already hide it. Yeah. So let's just copy the performance here. So here's the number I manually input from HubSpot one. Yeah, then wait, let me just delete these three also. Yeah, I need to delete. Okay. Yeah, so just copy paste from here your own LC or SU1. And then if the data is incorrect, like you check on HubSpot, then you want to update the most accurate one, just feel free to do so. Okay. So paste your LC performance here in terms of the whole winter one. Yeah. Then if you want to use your LC tracker one, it's also fine. And then let's write down. So spend some time to actually think through. So for the whole winter, right, what did you do? Like maybe the things that you got do differently, or maybe you didn't do differently, but you improve on, or whatever that you have to do, try to think back and then try to draw the inference in terms of the data here and the context that what you do, what is the inference that the things that you can, you did well or you can do better. And not only you, your team also. And then you can write down your observation in terms of after you write down these three things. Okay, what are the other things that you can observe from here? So I think here we'll have 10 minutes first. Yeah, I think we'll allocate a sharing time, but let's write first, okay? So let's allocate the 10 minutes. Everyone know how to access this one, right? I mean, I think you should be familiar. Yeah. For those like Alvin, yeah, if in case you are not familiar or you don't have access, I'll share the link. Okay. Yeah, here it's it. Okay, so I'll pause the recording. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you didn't potong steam, but I know 5 minutes is very short. But call me, we have half an hour left only. Yeah, but before we go on of any part, maybe we can have one person to share. So let's see who wants to volunteer.
Okay, I think I can share since you opened your NFC tab. Okay. I think one thing that I didn't add on here, but just now I talked to Carmen is like I realized environment projects sell better. Yeah, like even because for us we have like 4 projects and then only one is national project, which is COP, and then it's related to environment rather than the other project lah. And we realized that environment project really sells better because like a lot of company they are trying to move their focus towards environment like things. Yeah, so if you're telling them about education, right, there's too many like education CSR outside there, so we have a lot of competitor, but environment is like I think not really much people doing, so it really sells the most. Yeah, like usually when I think we have quite a few experience that we sell the other project and then they ask if we have like environmental related project, and then then we share with them COP, then they wanted to sponsor COP. And then about the other that I typed down is about past term partner and partnership from summer is about the same, I think. Yeah, but I think from like the partner that already know about Isaac, I think it's better and easier for us to get reply from them. Yeah, because they already know about Isaac, and then they will be more willing to know more and then have meeting with us. So yeah, and then I think the last thing is about the KM brainstorming, the key activity brainstorming, because like I think most of the company now they wanted to get more from us rather than like all those marketing everything. Yeah, so it's better that maybe we can provide something like having a workshop with their employee or something that it will really help. Yeah. and we'll get reply from them. Yeah, we get this from one of the leads as well. Like at least they ask us to send proposal to them, yeah, rather than not replying us anything. Yeah, so that's all from UNMC. Yeah.
Thanks, Huiying's great sharing. Actually, I clicked UNMC because it's like the first one. But thanks for proactively sharing. Yeah, I think one thing that you can also look into, I forgot everything, not everything, all the things, but the thing that you mentioned first is the environmental thing, right? I think you can also look back in terms of what are the companies that you have contacted, because it could be that the type of company that you approach, they are more suitable for environmental or COP also. But it is true that environmental is more on one of the trend, because Malaysia is trying to push more like I think food is one of the very big issue, like no matter it's COVID, white flag, flood, people are lacking food, and then at the same time, Malaysia is also pushing towards like more green economy, all those things. Yeah, in fact, national side, we are also pushing the new national environmental project. So that is one of the trend. Then education wise, I think if anyone here is also interested to know more in terms of other education CSRs, that things that can explore a company profile, then can also talk to maybe Utah or other LCs that have SU that secure sales. Yeah, I think you can click to the LC contact slide. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the sprinting one here. Okay. Yeah, again, thanks Huiying for sharing. Yeah. So I think here hope you guys had a great sharing and learn from each other also. So here I'll just share the national site. Yeah, and to let you know, these are the things that I will update in my MC meeting also. Yeah. So first thing here, this one is I update for past 2 weeks. Yeah. So seems like everyone's effort is increasing, which I didn't expect, because December is like mainly the company not moving, I'll say not moving months. But thanks for the effort. Yeah, mainly from UMS, KP, Sunway, TU, UM, and UNMC. Yeah, but okay, I think you guys also know like companies are on leave holiday. So basically, at least for my side, I wouldn't expect any companies to reply this week. So yeah, like got countdown this Friday. But next week, we'll expect them to respond more. And yeah, now we are also should look into pre-attraction and market research. But I think this thing you guys are also familiar. But again, I'll also emphasize that. Yeah, and I think here we have one hard pill to swallow is we are not performing like as the commission here. So the GVA is just 5%. Yeah, so I see a lot of you guys are also putting a lot of effort in firefighting. So good job. I mean, the latest update here, I think is around 11. Okay, yeah, 11%. I mean, if we delete this, then it's a 12. But technically speaking, we are considered very low in the GVA, so not that performing also. So it's time to firefight. Yeah, so here is the December data that you can look into. Yeah, mainly the things that I track more in terms of the follow-up. And here is the overall whole winter data. Yeah, so I will also look into the leads generated, lead contacted conversion. I think this thing, yeah, I mentioned to you guys a few weeks ago. Yeah, so I think here, at least for my side, the things that I draw the inference is, or maybe highlights, is that we have like considered quite high lead contacted goal versus actual, but our first meeting is not high. Yeah, like maybe half of it. Okay, it's not a direct divide. Yeah, and then at the same time, we are not following up. So we have a lot of people contacted, but also not following up. Of course, I think like some LCs like JD mentioned that not all your leads, like around half your leads is only converted to contacted. Yeah, but I would say nationally wise, then the more serious issue is this follow-up. So I'm not sure why everyone is not following up. Yeah, but if you got, then good thing. But normally companies also take 2 to 3 times to follow up. And I think a few things that I observed also is in terms of might be targeted the wrong market, or did not target any specific market. And it could be that you also didn't have a clear portfolio. So because the portfolio is not clear, then the kind of customer you want to find, you're also not clear. Yeah. And also also maybe targeting the wrong position or wrong channel. So it could be that your portfolio is good. Yeah. But then the PIC that you're talking to is the wrong position, or maybe like, for example, I know for Utah's case that your area is more rural, so LinkedIn doesn't work for you. But if let's say you go for LinkedIn, then it might be considered the wrong channel like that. Yeah, and I think then another thing to share more is in terms of what can be working. But I think before I go into that, Yeah, so if your LC have any other context that you want to add on here, feel free to just edit this slide. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't affect my MC slide. Yeah, you can just edit this slide to share on more of what could be the issue that everyone is facing here. And definitely, like since we are going into our final firefighting, so let's go into this January O2O. So this not necessarily is our last O2O because I would do closing with you guys, but I would say January is still focusing on the firefighting. I mean, at least for LCs that haven't started the realization, if like, for example, Utah, Hero Walk, then I know that your project is already ongoing. Yeah, so book me, don't book me now because now it's still in commission meeting. Okay, afterwards, yeah, book me. And the deadline would be this Sunday. You can let me know any topic beforehand that you wish to discuss. Yeah. Yeah, and I think to share more in terms of another profile that maybe everyone can potentially find on is I noticed among SMEs that are interested in CSR, right? So normally would be either SMEs that their customer is normally youth, very focused on youth, then we can leverage our strength as youth. But the one that deserves stronger is more on companies that really focus on local markets. So it's either their local region or Malaysian region. So our project are actually supporting and giving back to locals also. In fact, nowadays people are talking a lot in terms of, rakyat jaga rakyat, kita jaga kita, supporting Malaysian, all those things. So I noticed that this is again becoming more of the trend. And if the company profile that you are finding, especially for SME, is really their customer pool, or they are trying to build a brand that is focused in terms of local brand or supporting local, especially around your region. So around your LC, that will be the best. Then you can try to maybe focus more on these kind of leads to follow up more with them. So I think this is the one thing that I noticed. And definitely in terms of the position that you should find, maybe it's marketing, but if you can find the boss, not necessarily CEO, normally it's just the boss of the SME, then it will be the best. Then maybe that might be the suitable profile that you need to reach out to. Yeah, so hope this can help everyone. Yeah, so I think overall that's all in terms of reviewing our winter. So after reviewing winter, let's map out summer also. So I think here I'll just give everyone an overall, okay, let's have 12 minutes first. So everyone can look into here to write down. So have you started summer sales? I hope you have, or maybe some of your summer sales are mixed together with your winter sales. Yeah. Then when you started your term, what do you hope to have from your predecessor? So just go step by step out here. Then after you think through here, right? Also think about, so after thinking through those things and the whole winter review, right? What would be your suggestion for your successor? And what is your role in this and the legacy you wish to leave also? Okay, so I think we'll go with 12 minutes first.
가까워진 듯해 설렘 마음에 불러봐도 대답 없어 너 Missing you 절대로 닿을 수 없나 봐 바보 같은 소리라고 날 놀려도 돌릴 수 없어 이 맘은 소리쳐도 불러봐도 한 맘에 화내봐도 다 소용없어 너에게 난 그저 수많은 사람 중 하나 스쳐가잖아 내겐 특별하지 않아 손을 뻗어도 온 힘을 다해 뻗어도 내게 닿지 않아 가까워진 듯해 설렘 맘에 불러봐도 대답 없어 넌 절대로 닿을 수 없나 절대로 닿을 수 없나
mistake this term is, thanks. I was being too lenient, even though we are almost at the end of sales peak already. Yeah, and then we need to have our own bottom line as to when we need to be really strict with them, like really challenge them, like, hey, why is there still no progress? Even until this phase already. Yeah, so we need to be strict. And then whatever things that we do, right, we need to propose to the partner, we discuss it with IGV first before we bring it to the first meeting, because it can really help you confirm a lot of things or not. If you don't discuss with IGV, you're not sure, like, hey, I'm not sure whether this one IGV can or not, or I'm not sure whether they have slot for this or not. Yeah, it'll be a lot of uncertainty. So it's best to discuss it with IGV, and even better, you can bring an IGV member to the first meeting as well. So that they can give the partner more context, or whenever the partner asks more detailed question, right, and then we can actually decide on the spot. Yeah. And then also one more thing is for Sama context is we use LinkedIn to find company, and then we use email and cold call to approach the company. I think this one works best for UMS side because we have already tried a lot of methods, like LinkedIn messaging, or even cold calling, email, and then we find that email and cold call will receive the most reply. So yeah, this is for UMS. Yeah, I think, and then also one more thing, if you want to do crowdfunding, make sure it does not clash with another event when your message blasting, or not it's going to be really better because it will feel like the two events are having a competition, and then our market doesn't know which one should they choose, like should they go to the event or should they crowdfund for us. So that is for your website. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chen. Nice. See, we have 2 peeps jump to here already, so I'll just straight away go here. Yeah, thanks, Chen, for the sharing. Yeah, so basically whatever you've written, I believe is actually mentioned here. I'll just conclude in terms of like maybe 5 main things. Yeah, in terms of transition and also summer preparation minimum. So first one is definitely the sales SOP review, which is actually what we have done just now in terms of the winter review, and technically is what we have been doing, like, I think quite frequently in commission meeting and auto also. So because yeah, if things are stuck at a certain stage, then you need to try to troubleshoot the bottleneck. Yeah, and also market review. So categorize the leads that you have approached, have conversation, decline. Yeah, not only the one that you have sales on, but best if it's all the ones that you have approached before, because you need to know who are not working also. Then you know who you don't need to put in effort. And also thanks for filling in the LC sales on analysis thing that I delegated for Natalie to approach you guys. For those that haven't filled in, remember to fill in too. Yeah, and also do the SWOT analysis, and then know that what are the opportunity that we can leverage. So including the external trends also. Yeah. And for market research, definitely do your market research. Yeah, use the industry research tool that have downscale before. Yeah, I think you guys, again, I know that you guys know it already, but in case you forgot, then you can still find me and find your new leads based on the categorized leads that you have, the reviewed direction. If you want to have more conversation with the whole commission in terms of what is, the suggested industry that can find for certain projects, feel free to have the conversation in the group. That's why we have the group and separate from the broadcast also. Yeah, and also ensure the leads are transition, and also the new leads, the compilation of the potential leads for summer sales also lah. Yeah, or else your successor would start term with nothing. And I think you guys also know it's kind of like Galang Gabut in a sense, because that time you just finish transition, time strategies, and what you need on board the team. So a lot of things that you need to manage. So would be best that you can prepare on these things for your successor to work on also. Yeah, and also the value proposition mapping. I would say this is the most important things. And I see you guys mention like the innovation with IGV also. Yeah, so based on your conversation with externals, what usually they are looking for in partnership, and what is the suggested portfolio to create with IGV and EWA. So EWA sales will join in also. Yeah, don't forget. I know not everyone runs EWA here, but take note on this also. And also the HR management for double board. So I think at least half of you guys are suffering from the late timeline thing that you guys mentioned. Yeah, I think especially for public uni peeps. Yeah, that your project kind of ended late, that you are managing your summer partner management, then your winter sales also late, and then you need to onboard your team. So ensure that you have a clear PIC in terms of your current winter partner management, your summer attraction, and also your summer onboarding. I think that's all, and you can feel free to go through other people's on what they have written down also. Okay, so I think regarding this part, any questions or maybe conversations that you want to have here? Technically, it's not my advice, it's everyone's advice that I compile together. So. Cool. Okay, then I think I'll just proceed for now. Yeah, today the things isn't very complicated, but we have like one big thing. Yeah. So announcement and reminders. So reminders part. Yeah. So for experience and post experience. Yeah. So just now have the, I would say checklist, not necessarily a checklist for your transition, right? But don't forget your existing partners also. So it's not only you get the cash from them, then you buy. Ensure that the deliverables is being, delivered. Yeah, track it. And at the same time, don't forget to do your partner showcasing. So it can be the part of the deliverable showcasing. It can be your own personal, like maybe LinkedIn showcasing that you want to do on. So remember to do that. And also your evaluation. So the pre, mid, and post NPS forms. Yeah, so that you can better manage your partner experience and understand their expectation and align things with them. And also your impact report. So this will be for closing audit, but you need to prepare from now already, especially for the testimonial collection. So don't underestimate this testimonial collection, because I think when you guys are trying to find a new lead, right, a very cold one that don't know Isaac, then chances are they might not even respond to you. Then I think just now, Hui Ying also mentioned is on if let's say they know Isaac before, then it's easier to talk to. So in another way, not only if they know Isaac, then it's easier to talk to. If they know the other partners that you have worked with before, that you have this testimonial and tell them, oh, we actually worked on certain things before, then it will be much, much easier for you to run sales. And again, this impact report is just not only do for the sake of doing for the fanciness, but also to support your sales also one. Yeah, so remember all these things. And yeah, I think basically that's all. For your PDiGV O2O, yeah. So remember to book me. You can start booking now. Yeah. And then also we have project closing audit next week. Oh, wait, one thing. Let's go back. So I saw Alicia mention this thing in terms of focus more winter summer. So for you guys to know is that the current direction that we are looking into. So previously we talked about LVV changing into LV, right? But the direction now that we are looking into after the market research output is that in summer, everyone will still run LVV. There is still the market there. But in terms of the hybrid project, we would let LC choose to pilot it. Yeah, but the detailed things would not be downscaled today, but I let you know the overall direction first. So you can plan out deliverables that are similar with your existing virtual project deliverables. Yeah, or maybe map the growth path for the virtual project also. Okay. Yeah, then coming back, so we have the closing audit. So the IND will be next Friday. Okay. And to not be confused, we actually EGF purposely made another slide. So we have summer opening audit also. So it's the week after. Yeah, so remember to come also. And then EST application. So now we have a majority of the LCVPs here. Okay. Others who are not LCVP, feel free to come and apply also. Yeah. So my EST application has opened. So this time the structure kind of changed, that I have a small team and I prefer to have small teams also. Yeah. So you can feel free to click into the application here to see what are these roles about. Yeah. Come and apply. Okay. I very welcome you. And you guys like have the upper hand. Okay. Because you are my commission. Yeah, I mean, not advantage as in interview easier, but you know the context. Yeah, so you can look into it and see which one you're interested. Yeah, if you're interested for other functions, fine also, but look at mine first. Okay. Yeah, and next part is WNC FASI application. So if you want to challenge yourself to be FASI, to really facilitate the new batch of leaders experience, really take up this challenge. I would say it's a very fruitful experience for you to take yourself on. How to say take yourself on? It's like you can learn quite a lot. Yeah, but if you are delegate, then I wouldn't suggest you to be the FASI. So I see the chat like something like Natalie, don't die. So Natalie, I wouldn't suggest you to be the FASI. Okay, yeah. Unless you didn't get your unless you didn't pass election, okay, or pass the interview, okay, yeah, and then. Yeah, and then the WNC registration, yeah, we are looking for 70 physical delegates and it's hosted by UPM, okay, Juni's LC, okay, so let's support her also. Yeah, and definitely it'll be very fun also. And here is the fee breakdown. So for you guys to know also is normally in past conferences, if you are joining physically, it's 40 ringgit a day. Yeah, but this time have higher fee because we have the COVID-19 part. So that's why it's 240 plus 35 is 275. And then this would be the standard pricing because definitely there are a lot of things to manage. But previously in the past few times already talked about, okay, it's controlled one day 40 ringgit, but this time you have the COVID-19 stuff. Yeah. So I think overall, and a few more things, LinkedIn B2B posting. So you can go and find Elaine also. Yeah, for LinkedIn posting. The last part is the performance contribution. Okay, so if you have any FP MOA fill in also, then I'll also proceed to cross check. Yeah, that's all for all the announcement and reminders. So now let's go to call to action part. So let's write down your call to actions after this commission meeting. Okay, I kind of revamped this. You can write down the due deadline like based on the task you have. Let's spend some time and also write down the feedback. Now continue play the song.